let's try something happy. Let's have fun. Let's talk about some pretty flowers and colors. Hey y'all. I did it, I finally did it, I did it, I finished my painting that I left alone for a whole year. But guess what? I did it. It's hard to explain the feeling I have because this is gonna be a video that is pure happiness. We are gonna just talk about love and happiness because it is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Over every painting I've ever made, this has gotta be one of the top most important and my top favorite for obvious reasons. I can't believe I made something like this again. Completing this painting was really a challenge. I had to really push myself, and at the same time I had a lot of fun making it. At the same time, all I did was just watch Bob's Burgers and listen to music. I need a reason to smile today. And to even begin this story and to talk about all the experiences and lessons and amazing things that I learned, I know that the Miranda from a year ago would not recognize the person that I am today. Before I found this amazing job opportunity that I have now, I was living in Grapevine and going through a lot of tough things that I was having to juggle on top of trying to find a functioning job. And I went through a lot of different things, a lot of different jobs. You know, I feel like the lessons that we learn from the most are the ones we wish hadn't happened, but they're probably the best that could have happened. I had to make sacrifices so that I could become the person that I am finally today. And I will not, and I promise this time I will not cry. It's not gonna happen. Like always, it's all good. Everything was for the best. So I'd like to share the story of how this painting came to be from the very beginning. As y'all know, I've been working for a company for a year and a half or so. It was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, especially at that time from what I was going through. I had just moved away from Grapevine and just got here, moved all my stuff in, was getting situated. I was in the middle of doing art showcases and being a part of the art community full-fledged because I felt like that was the one thing that I need to cling to after letting go of a lot from leaving Grapevine. So at that point, when I had lost a huge security, the biggest security in my life at the time, I really felt like I need to find that new security. And even when I was, in Grapevine, I was searching for a job that I could really flourish in and feel happy in and feel creative in, which having an art degree and being an artist who paints, not even digital or anything, it's really tough. It was really, really tough to find something that would really fit for me. I had this vision for myself of being an artist and supporting myself fully and being independent at the same time. Whether that be being a full-time artist and somehow successfully making that happen as a freelance, or having a secure job and being an artist at the same time. That's like my dream that I had in my head, and I wanted it so bad. And I kept fighting for it while also fighting for my relationship to last and just trying to balance all these things and then piling more things onto that, more responsibilities I was not ready for. And it became a lot. I got a phone call after job searching everywhere. September of 2019 was that moment of getting that phone call and having everything change. And when I first stepped into that space, it really put me on a whole different lane. So how this painting comes into play is really, really amazing because it has everything to do with this job that I have, this career that I have. And when Christmas rolled around, we had this amazing Christmas party. My first ever company Christmas party. I had never been to one before. So it was a really big moment for me. And I took my little sister Saren with me, and we were just gonna rent a hotel and go to the holiday party and just experience it together. I didn't want to go by myself. I was like, Saren, please come with me. And of course she was like, yes, absolutely. Let's go. So much fun. Beautiful, gorgeous. Like, all of these flowers were everywhere. Everyone was dressed up so beautiful. It was just so great. We did trivia, and you would win prizes if you got the answers right. Of course, I did not get the answer right. And I was very nervous and very just anxious being around, you know, being in front of everybody. I was still getting to know everybody. I was still getting comfortable. So I was really nervous and a little awkward and a little just overwhelmed. So the other girl who started with me at the same time got to pick her present. And there was a big present wrapped, and then there was a small little box, and she could pick one or the other. So she picked the small one, which was very clever for her because she got like a spa day thing, which was super cool. And then I opened mine, and it was this painting, this board painting of a cow. Of course, it was like the joke gift because there was two gifts. One of them was a really good one and the other one was like a gag one. But when I looked at this painting and I looked at this board and I was holding it in front of everybody, and I was just like, thank you. It sparked an idea in my mind. I was like, I'm gonna paint on this. I was so happy and so excited and grateful. I was like, thank you for this cow painting. I'm so excited. You don't even know I'm gonna use this. It's gonna be great. I was giving my all, 100% into this job, and it took a lot of energy away from it. It took a lot of energy out of me every day. And that was really those times where I was learning all that really hard work ethic and being a part of this space and being a part of the community and, you know, just all the dynamics of making a career work. So it would take all the energy out of me. So whenever I get home, I was very much just, you know, eating dinner and resting. Staying off my feet, being on my feet all day long. So I really didn't have a lot of energy to paint. I just took the time that I had off to go out and, you know, try to explore and learn a lot of life lessons from those experiences too. You know, trying to make other things work that didn't work anymore. So I didn't really have any energy to begin my painting that I was going to supposedly do. And when I finally sat down and started covering the white, you know, started covering up the cow painting behind this with the white acrylic to start putting down a foundation, you know, I felt all those things that I talked about in Drawing Lessons. I was regressing back into this state of numb pain. That sounds really weird, but it's true. Just like there was so much in me that was hurting too much to do anything like this. Because I knew that this painting was going to be nothing but happiness and joy and color and light and flowers, blooming, everything. I just couldn't. I didn't have that in me. I didn't have that in my heart or in my mind. I didn't have that joy and color and light and confidence in me outside of my work. So when I was home, it was just numb. Don't feel anything right now. You know, all the things I talked about from Drawing Lessons, what I was going through. So I really felt like I couldn't give my all to this painting. I couldn't even begin to start this painting or give it everything I wanted to. As badly as I wanted to at the same time. It's such a weird thing to explain. And I feel like I don't have to because I feel like people would understand to the best that I can explain. I started with this. I started doing this guy. You know, I did the rose. And I was listening to Frank and all that stuff. I was listening to the kind of music that, you know, was trying to let motivate me to paint and keep the faith and work hard. Your dream is, you know, I was trying to tell myself, Miranda, you got this job, you got the job you wanted, you have a security. Now you need to be doing your art again. You need to still hold on to that. That's a big part of who I am. It's a big part of who I am. It's who I am entirely, honestly. And although I was telling myself that I'm an artist no matter what before everything, I was still at the same time letting that go. For some reason, well, I know why, but for a lot of reasons and for not so good reasons, I was letting it go and I didn't want to do it anymore and I was giving up. I had already walked away and gave up on things that I thought I needed to, which in order for me to be mentally healthy, physically healthy, emotionally healthy again. But on top of that, because I was so hurt, I took it further than it needed to be. I gave up on those things, and then I was going to give up on everything else that associated with that, including myself, including my art, including my passion, and including my happiness. So when I started it, I stopped after that. And then right as that happened, quarantine hit. And right at that time when I was beginning to let go of everything and in order to cope, in order to disassociate and somehow deal with all the pain I was feeling, and I was isolated, and I thought, okay, well, now is an opportunity more than ever to sit down and do art, Miranda. This is your moment to where you still have this security, but it is temporarily on a hold because of what's going on in the world. You're gonna find that love. You're not gonna let it go. Stop it. Like, paint. Sit down and paint. You're not gonna let yourself be this miserable, and you're not gonna let your depression bleed into things that it does not need to be in. I was really, really fighting it, and I would sit, it would be like pulling teeth to get myself to sit on my chair and bust out my paints and just start painting. I really couldn't do it. I would just watch movies instead, or play games, or just sulk or cry or just not do anything.
I can't help myself.
And as I was sitting in my dad's San Antonio home, I said, that's enough. I'm just gonna face it, and I'm going to get this out. What's holding me back and what's causing me to try and let go of everything that I am, because I'm just so defeated from this one thing in my life, this one thing which was a very big part of my life, but was taking over everything. I had to get it out. To find out how I can be an artist again, I had to put her on pause, even though I started her, put it away, and work on drawing lessons. Obviously, we know drawing lessons took almost a year to complete, and just constantly and doing the same thing, having it sit on my desk, like pulling teeth to sit down and do it. Couldn't do it, and then I would spend weeks not doing it, and then I'd start it again, and then I would have all these second thoughts. This painting is, of course, sitting here in the corner, staring at it every day, and I began to look at it like a myth. I began to look at it like it wasn't ever going to be done. I wasn't ever going to find this piece. I wasn't ever going to get to that point, that dream that I had. Like a lot of things that everyone's going through with this pandemic, it just sparked and triggered a lot of new emotions and feelings and fears in me.
Many measles and hand grenades.
And some things just take time. Some things take such a long time before you ever get to it. Some things take more time than you would have ever thought. And it would take more out of you than you ever thought that you could handle to get to it. To say that I got through all the things that I was going through by myself, of course I have family and friends, but by myself, living alone, by choice, all the decisions that I made were my decisions. Like I said before about drawing lessons and even mascara tears, is the only person that is in my way is me. The only person who has control of my life is me. And I need to realize that and just snap out of it. Mascara tears and drawing lessons are very important paintings to me too, but they are extremely depressing and extremely hard for me to see. And I'm gonna be honest with you, they are not even in my room anymore. Unfortunately, have them in the basement. not anywhere in sight. I love them. I will never throw them away. Obviously, we all know what I went through with Mascara Tears. She ain't going nowhere unless I know she's going to a good home. So, and that goes for all my paintings. 2 videos go by, brand new starts. I found myself at a new location in the company that is even more of a complete dream come true. I didn't think that it could get any better each time things improved at this job that I would find where I'm at now. And all the plants and succulents and flowers that I get to see, and the space that I'm in now is just like a dream come true. A complete dream come true. God, it's like, ugh, like I have so much to thank to just this new place that I get to work in this company. I have them to thank for what I've gotten to with this, and all the people there and all the people in the company that I've gotten to know and who've helped me in this career adventure, the journey that we're all going through as a company. So yeah, it's really amazing. So I just slapped myself one day and I said, Miranda, you're going to finish that painting for your aunt who asked you to make that months ago, right when I was going in the middle of all my drama. My poor aunt being so patient. She had asked me to do that painting for her, and she really deserved it. I mean, everything she went through too. So finally finished that. I told myself, Miranda, your paints are out. Your setup is good for painting. You're gonna set this guy back up and you're going to do it. And I don't want to hear it. I don't want you to do anything else. I have all of this happiness and all this joy and all this confidence back in my heart. I'm going to now accept it and use it and take advantage and be grateful and show that and put it on the canvas. Put the happiness on the canvas. Stop being sad. Honestly, I can't believe how quickly I finished it and how detailed I was able to make it. This painting represents that I can actually be an artist again. I can actually sit down and do something that I really love to do and do it well. I think that I didn't paint for a long time other than drawing lessons because I didn't think I could paint anything else happy, and I didn't think that I could paint professionally anymore. And I almost had a moment of just like, I'm done. I'm gonna just, be with my job that I'm at. I'm just gonna surround myself by flowers and, do stuff like that, design and be a part of my company. So this is a really, really, really big step for me. This is a really big moment of like accomplishing a painting. For a long time, I really thought that I had lost all my creativity because I had let it sit and go dormant because of my depression and my relationship ending, that I wasn't ever going to get that back again, that I had lost it, that I had waited too long. And obviously that's not true. One of the biggest things that I can take away from this painting is that after letting go of so much of myself that I'll never probably get back, I was able to get back my love and passion for art. This painting is hope. So cheesy, so silly, so cheesy, but this painting for me is hope, and that there is light and color at the end of the dark crawling through the tunnel. Somehow I'm still here. Somehow I've made it out alive. And I have not only so many people, my family, my friends, my job to thank for that, but I have myself to thank that I saw it through no matter what.
Just stand still for a minute more.
And you would think that I wouldn't be so excited about Valentine's Day and wanting to be a part of love and, and gift giving and all, and lovey-dovey things and couples and stuff. But it is such an exciting feeling because I want to let myself smile and laugh and just reminisce and feel happy about love and feel happy about life. Because it's Valentine's Day and I work in a flower shop that gives lots and lots of roses and flowers and plants and just beautiful things to people who are in love. And I have men, women, everyone, people just come in and just want to make someone smile, want to make someone happy, want to make someone feel better. And I get to be a part of that every day. And I never let myself get jaded or overwhelmed too much because I have to remember that I get to be a part of something beautiful every day. And I get to be a part of somebody showing love and appreciation, empathy, understanding, thoughts, prayers to somebody else by giving them beautiful flowers or plants. And man, it's just such a great feeling.
All the joy, all the babies, all the leaves in the spring, all the love that it brings.
I wanted to show all the joy and love and happiness that I felt in the past, that I want to let myself hold and accept and not disregard, and all the love that I have now that I fully accept and completely am grateful for, to the love and the happiness and joy that I'll have in the future, and how hopeful I am. So there's so many songs and there's so many things and stories that I can tell, and stories that I want to be able to tell one day, and dreams that I have that I wanted to match with this. I wanted to put lyrics and feelings and thoughts and memories into this. Colors, light, all that. So please enjoy my absolute pride and joy, Flowers in Bloom. Oh, and also, before I go, happy Valentine's Day.
All of the flowers in bloom, she took away her sweet love when she died. And all of the flowers have been put into the cover. So why do I dance with these fools? All of our love will fall against her heart, over and over and over and over. Though I made her seem lucky in my arms, made her a promise more than once. I promised her love. She keeps on knocking, but she can't get in. And though I promised her love, she keeps on knocking, but she can't get in. And though I promised her love, over and over and over again, over and over and over again, over and over. So what do I do with these tears? She wondered why I get all against her heart. And how can I tell her I love her the way I treat her? Oh, though I made it seem honest more than once, I promised her love. She keeps on knocking, but she can't get in. And though I promised her love, she keeps on knocking, but she can't get in. And though I promised her love, she keeps on knocking, but she can't get in. The promise of love, she keeps on knocking, but she can't get in. And though I promised her love, sweet love, sweet love, over and over and over again, over and over and over again, over and over. All of the flowers in bloom, I've never seen such beauty in my life. And all of the days, all of the kids get to play. Oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Da 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 da. Oh, na 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 na. Da 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 da. La 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 la. Da 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 da.
You know, at this point, I'm so sleep deprived that I feel great. This is why I can't have nice things because I mess around and goof around. I think that's it. I think.
Strut it out, walk a mile, serve it ancient city style.
Yeah, she's done now. She's ready to sell for thousands of dollars. Okay, I need to stop. She's gorgeous.